Okay everyone, so in this video, let's just continue working on our prototype here, which is the rider glitch. And so far, we do have our player moving from the scene, and we do have some bounds, but one feature that I think we might want to implement in some of our games, especially if it's a platformer, will be the ability to have the player be followed by a camera. So I've been experimenting on some resources that you might be able to find, and there's this example that I found on the internet from where we can maximize this keyword with us accessing it from the create. Let's go to our game here. So from here, I just want to go to our create method. And let's go to our create method or function. I think basically it's a method. And let's try to go and have this keyword that will be referring to this function. And we want to have cameras that main that set bounds method, and we're just going to pass in some values here, and I'm just going to use 1600 by 600, and then let's use the this.physics.world.bounds.width. Let's give that the size of the canvas. If we look at our canvas, we should be able to find, I think the size of our canvas is 800 by 600, right? Let's just go back there. So let's go put here width, and in here let's give this the value of our canvas of 800, and let's just say I want this to be width. And we also want to follow the player, so let's go look for the player. We do have player set bounds, player follow here. So let's we do have the player, so let's go get that player to be followed by the cameras. That mean that start follow, and then we'll just be passing in the player here. And now if we try to go back to our browser, let's try to see what would happen. So now we can see that the player, once we reach a certain point, we now have the player. Of course, we might want to increase the bounds of our, yes, we have a certain boundary here. Let's see. I think we set that up on the world boundary last time, so might want to adjust that. Let's see. I think we can try to look for the boundary. Collider, player, the wheel. We do have our collider world bounds true. And I think this is because we set the width here. What if we say 1600? Let's just double check and see what are we going to get. Is that 1600 the one that's... Nope. That's not it. Because we're still not yet able to go to that part. But we do have the camera moving now. I just want to explore here. Or let me just first try to stop the server. Then let's have this. So I think we would want this physical world bounds to be height. Let's see how will that work. Let's just test. Just a quick view, and we now have that world bounds, and of course we might want to adjust some of the we might want to adjust the or add more levels for the game. But for now, I just wanted to show you that there's that feature from where we can make the camera follow the player, and it is now working. And I think we also need to work on our canvas here. I'll have to figure out how we can try to make those timer and score follow the camera together with the player. But before I go and try to end this session, I just want to go check out and clarify. A while ago, I think we can, if we set this to 800, just to clarify what's currently happening, we do see here that we end up, let me refresh that. Did I save it? Just to make sure that we get to confirm what's currently happening last time. I think it's an error because we had the height set to, you see, we are able to move up to here. So that means we are the width. What if we say that this is going to be 800? Just to explore this a little bit and see what that would be doing for us. I think that's in relation to the Canva. As you can see, we're no longer able to move to the right? If I try to go back here and just to explore, if we say 2000, I think this will be allowing us to move a little bit farther in the canvas. And you will see, and of course we might want to, this one's not like one. Let's see, we might want to adjust. Okay, so it's only 2. You'll see now what's happened there is we get 2000 here, but we're only getting the 800 Canva. Let's say I would also put 2000 here. What are we going to, because this is the height and width of our Canva, right? Let's just explore what's currently happening, just to see what is that line of code doing. And you'll see we do have that, and we have more value towards the right if we try to look at it. And if I try to go, and what if I try to play around with this and I just say 200, what would happen? Let's see if there's 200. You would see it's not moving to the right because that's only the value of 200 that we have there. And I think we are not able to go back anymore because we went outside of the bounds. So just have that in mind when you're trying to explore the phaser framework. At least we got to see the current events that we placed here. But if I put here again, let's say 800, what are we going to get? Just to explore a little bit. So we have that, and we're not able to move because we do have this width for the world bounce 1000, and if we add this 2000 width here, we should be able to check on the bounce, and now you would see it's already moving towards the right. So we can further explore how this camera follow feature of course we'll need to increase our background here, how that feature works in phaser. So thank you everyone, and see you in our next session.